Also, right now, Wojo appearing live at Bo Schembechler's grave for the nut smashing ceremony that those weirdos do every year before their game.
Are they still doing that? Wow.
I mean, I don't know. Are they still weird? Some things are just terminal. I don't know. Maybe Wojo's out there exhuming the dead body of Bob Ufer and honking the horn. Oh, my God, they're taking the banner down. All right, so listen, let's refocus. Odyssey.com rewind, you missed anything, including Lions discussion. You are Vegas's nightmare. I've given you the ESPN.com piece. I want to bring something up that David brought to the table. We'll get back to the Lions at 5. David, you had a Tigers thing that you wanted to at least mention. You had a little bit of intel. You had a little report. And, Rico, I want you to listen to the wording he uses. See, because this isn't how he says it. It's what he says. He's going to say something that's going to anger me because I already know this. You don't. David, I want you to read this and tell me what's wrong with his statement. Ready, Rico?
Yep.
Here's David.
Well, ESPN did a survey with execs.
Donald, please. David, continue.
You were not one of the insiders that was used in this one, but execs and insiders were used to vote on different things regarding free agency this year. And there was a question on there regarding which team is going to make more noise from the small market teams. And Detroit received second in that vote to the Kansas City Royals. They believe the Royals will make the most noise, and then the
Royals?
Tigers will be the second small market team to make the most noise.
What is wrong with that statement, Rico Beard?
When did Detroit become a small market?
We have a winner.
Wait, small market?
Right,
wait.
are we Oakland? We Cincinnati? Right. We Pittsburgh? Small market? No, you act small market, but you're not actually small market.
Yeah, let me give you the other teams that were voted for. You have the Royals, you have the Reds, the Cardinals, the Rays, the Mariners, the Brewers, and the Pirates.
Right, so all ass cities and then us. Tampa Bay, who doesn't have an effing stadium. Milwaukee, who the best features Bernie the Brewer. God, I love that guy. But outside of that, they're a nothing burger. Who the hell wants to live in Milwaukee? The whole point is we don't belong there. But the way this team operates has put us there.
And the fact you've convinced enough people that they've said, yeah, you are a small market. No one stood up and said, hey, guys, that's Detroit. They're not a small market.
No.
They're actually not. They just act that way.
Now, here's my question, Rico. David, read the part about their number 2 to do what again?
It says, which smaller market team will make the most noise this offseason?
Here's your question, people. What is noise? What is this noise these ESPN insiders speak of? Like, if the Tigers do X, that qualifies as noise. They're going to make noise this offseason. Now, what is that? Surely it's not lowballing Skubal. Surely it's not a Mark Canna move. What is noise? See, because that's where I get tripped up. Noise would fly in the face of how Scott Harris has done things. Noise requires term. Noise requires money. Now, you can make a deal for someone who's cheaper, and they could be a great player, but that would require you, don't make the bad man say it, trading some of your prospects.
Oh, boy.
So hold on. 248-539-9797. What would qualify in your world as fans as noise? Or as David termed it, small market noise. I take great offense to being classified a small market team by ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could just tell you, I don't own the team, but if I did, I'd be livid. I would be livid being termed like that.
Wow. But it's where you put yourself, and I think you're okay with the fact that you've conned the rest of the league into thinking that you're poor and that you're a small market team. So for me, to answer your question.
What's noise, Rico?
You re-sign Skubal. You actually bring in Bregman. And then you add a few more smaller pieces to the team. That's noise to me.
Are you kidding me?
What?
When did you become a loser? Who are you? This isn't the Rico Beard I do a show with.
No. You said, what is noise, Mike?
Right, what they on the list. The Tigers are listed as number 2 to make noise this offseason amongst the smaller market teams.
Correct.
That's what you think is noise?
For the Tigers, yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you what noise is to me. Noise is Bregman, Vlad.
What? Both?
That's noise.
No, one of them is noise.
Okay, well then give me Bregman and Jake Berger then.
David's on the board. That's his noise.
See,
Rico's offering you a popsicle.
No, I'm saying re-sign Skubal, and you bring in Bregman, and then at that point, you also bring in some other pieces. They're not going to break the bank. So I guess they got me. I've lowered my expectations for this team, that they're not going to go out there and offer a ton of money and a ton of term to different players because they're going to say, we don't want to block our kids. So fine. At least make some changes and bring in a Bregman, keep your main guy, bring in another pitcher that can help him out, and I'm okay. That's your noise.
248-539-9797. I want to hear from you guys. Have you lowered the bar the way Rico has? Or are you where David's at? Or are you just like me? I'm incensed at the very idea that an iconic major market franchise is being lumped in with that collection of dirty rascals. Scumbag franchises like the Tampa Rays and the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Because I'm sorry. That's an indictment on your ownership. If that is how you are viewed, that is as bad as it gets to me. That's terrible. 248-539-9797. Kenny, what constitutes noise for your Detroit Tigers?
You know I've been on the Vladdy train for a very long time now, so a move like that, it doesn't have to be Vladdy, but something of that ilk. I would love a first baseman. I would love a Christian Walker, a Bregman, and I agree with Rico about the Skubal thing. I would love to see them actually not lowball, I don't know, your best player in, 10 years? Yeah, that would constitute noise to me. And when you say, oh, we're a small market team, the reason that we're a small market team is if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck. We put ourselves in this position to, if we're behaving like a small market team, guess what ESPN's going to call us? Small market. It's not good enough. It's nowhere near good enough.
I'd love to hear from the people on it. Because the Skubal thing, I don't even consider making noise. That's just player retention. Like, you don't get an award for keeping your people. You get an award by adding. Yeah, paying Skubal, it's kind of a no-brainer, especially for all the people who character assassinated people like Rico who's saying they would listen to Skubal deals. Or somehow I got thrown in the wood chipper because I said, look, if we're going to do 3 months of these shows, well, here we are. Here's what it would take for me to consider this. There is no other road. You have to pay him. Otherwise, you just gave up the ability to have the biggest return. Mm-hmm. Now, all we have to go on is that you made a non-competitive offer. That probably comes from the Boris side. But reality is, it's going to be $40 million a year. It's not hard. Do you want a shorter deal where you can get another bite at the free agency apple at age 31 or 32? Or do you want 10 years of security? So it's 5 at 200 or it's 10 at 400. Which is it? It's not difficult. We act like we're curing cancer with some of these deals. You'll be the number one paid guy in the league. What's the term you're looking for? If the guy asks for 12, 13, 15 years, I trade him. But I have no evidence to suggest he nor Boris would want that. In fact, the 5-year option might be the better option because then Skubal gets one more swing at the free agency tree and the piñata hanging from it at age 31 or 32. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Are you upset about being classified as small market? I am. I'm upset at ownership, but that's just any day that ends with Y. Then you get into what would classify as making noise. For David, it's Bregman and Berger and re-sign Skubal. For Rico, it's Skubal and a poo-poo platter. That's what Rico's offering you.
No, I said Bergman and another arm to go with Skubal.
Okay, all right, Thanksgiving. 248-539-9797. Just hit the button. You know you want to. What do you want me to do?